Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I'm here on the show, and I'm here to talk about the NASCAR Cup Series. Tonight, the Coke Zero Sugar 400 at Daytona. Honestly, I admit, it's actually a pretty good race, I'd say. I'd give it like a 7.5. To be honest, I felt like this race was pretty good. The thing is, they really didn't, I'm sure they were fuel saving a little bit, but it felt like they weren't fuel saving as much as they normally do. And they can go 3 wide whenever they want to. I felt they just choose not to for like 95% of the race, and then they'll eventually do it towards the end. But Ryan Blaney's your winner, so no new winner. We were getting close to one, which would have been disastrous with the legitimacy of the playoffs. But fortunately, Ryan Blaney won, and I like Ryan Blaney, so fine winner with me. Don't know how you could hate good old Ryan Blaney. He cries on the radio, yeah, so does every other driver. But yeah, regular season's over. There's 16 drivers in the playoffs. So, cut points, so 3 in the first round, Darlington, Gateway, and Bristol as playoffs begin, so let's go over them. Larson, Byron, Hamlin, Blaney, Bell, SVG, Elliott, Briscoe, Wallace, Cindric, Chastain, Logano, Barry, Reddick, Dillon, Bowman. So, Larson's plus 26, Byron's plus 26, Hamlin plus 23, Blaney plus 20, Bell plus 17, SVG plus 16, Elliott plus 7, Briscoe plus 4, Wallace plus 2, Cindric plus 2, Chastain plus 1, Logano plus 1. Barry's minus 1, Reddick minus 1, Dillon minus 2, and Bowman minus 5. Heading into the playoffs. Unfortunately, the playoffs. And can't wait to look at the NASCAR Winston Cup Series account for the next 10 weeks. Hate the playoffs, but well, we gotta deal with it. But let's actually talk about Daytona. Probably one of the best last lap charges in recent history. Ryan Blaney's one of the common super speedways. Dude's amazing. He went from 13th to 1st. That shows you can use the outside. That's just whenever the drivers choose to actually do it. Whenever they actually decide, oh, they're going to make some moves. And just charged up to the outside. Custer tried to go for the win. Because, I mean, if he didn't win, nothing else really matters. But Blaney took advantage on the top and 4 wide across the line. But Ryan Blaney's been probably one of the best Cup drivers of 2025. He had 7 DNFs in the first 20 races. Not a single one was his fault either. Mechanical failures or him getting caught in other people's wrecks. People who only look at the finishing results and don't pay attention still called him inconsistent. The last 6 weeks, 8th, 7th, 4th, 6th, 3rd, 1st. Last 6 weeks he's finished in the top 10 every race. Oh, and he ended up second in the regular season points, by the way. But even with those DNFs, which weren't his fault. But people do not pay attention. He has the most speed for Penske. I mean, it's not even close. And besides super speedways where Logano and Cindric are there, he has the most overall raw speed, week in, week out. So if there's anybody at Penske that deserves it this year to win the championship, it's Blaney, because he's by far the best one there. Logano's not good anymore. Cindric's just a mediocre driver. And Blaney's good dude. He's a great driver, great person. Can't be too mad at a good Daytona race, especially considering the season that's been pretty boring. I thought it was damn good for a Gen 7 plate race. These cars can put on an entertaining super speedway race. They can do it when they want, but they usually don't because they save fuel. But tonight the final playoff spot was on the line, so they actually raced. And they didn't even wreck at the end, which was really surprising because they normally do. But they didn't wreck. So I'm surprised they didn't wreck. That was a hell of a fucking finish. Finally, a good plate race overall. Give credit where it's due, that was awesome. That race, probably pound for pound, might have been the best traditional speedway race probably best super speedway race at a traditional super speedway at least. I'm impressed they actually kept it clean the last bit of laps. For a next-gen super speedway, it was good. It's still annoying you can't go anywhere really at all by yourself. It took a third lane for anything to change. The Stage 2 and 3 being clean was pretty refreshing, to be honest. That finish was just badass, so I can't even complain about that. But we're never going to see a package tweak or playoff tweak now. But, also I mentioned Chase would be 7th in the NASCAR Cup Series playoffs. 13 playoff points will start 9 points behind SVG. Last year he pretty much was in the same, basically, same situation. So it feels like this has been basically the same season as last year. Darlington they need to have a good first round. Team hasn't been great. Hopefully they can figure it out for the playoffs. Yeah, give 7.5 out of 10. We'll go over the race results here. And then I'll go over the notes from this race. Let's go over your race results. Ryan Blaney gets the win. Daniel Suarez comes up just short of clinching a playoff spot. He was right there, almost, but just short. He was actually like near where Blaney was with a few to go. They both charged up there. And Cole Custer, Justin Haley third. Man, so close. Custer fourth. Eric Jones fifth. He actually got shuffled out of line with a few to go and come back and finish fifth. Kyle Larson 6th, Chris Buescher 7th, Ty Gibbs 8th, Josh Berry 9th, and Chase Elliott 10th. Had a shot there late, at least he got a top 10 out of it. Todd Gillen 11th, McDowell 12th, Christopher Bell 13th, Ryan Priest 14th. He also got hung out. I mean, not surprised. I mean, you think the 200 cars are going to let Bowman get eliminated? No. Don't know why people are surprised about that. Chastain 15th, SVG 16th. He also was up front tonight as well. John Hunter Nemechek 17th, Brad Keselowski 18th, William Byron 19th. Around top 20s, Cody Ware. He actually led laps though. Was actually up front in stage 2. But then he was nowhere to be seen. Reddick 21st, Ty Dillon 22nd, Briscoe 23rd, Austin Hill 24th, Denny Hamlin 25th, A.J. Allmendinger 26th, Joe Logano 27th, Joey Gase 28th, Casey Mears 29th. Around top 30s, Austin Hill. Zane Smith 31st, B.J. McLeod 32nd, Kyle Busch 33rd, Hosevar 34th, Stenhouse 35th, Bowman 36th, Bubba 37th, Gregson 38th, Cedric 39th, round the field, and 40th in last place is Riley Herbst. So let's go over Z-Notes here, Z-Notes. So Casey Mears spins, has a flat tire. I guess technically a crash since he hit the wall. I don't know. I don't think Kyle Larson caused the big one. I think it was just too many aggressive drivers. He gave Bubba... He didn't give him that hard of a shove. It was like a light tap. Bubba felt like caused it. But I don't know if I can really blame anyone. It was just kind of hard, aggressive super speedway racing. But it was early, though. But I don't think Kyle Larson's fault. He gave him a little shove. It wasn't like it was in the trouble. It was just on the straightaway. I don't think anybody was at fault for that. It was just everyone being unnecessarily aggressive for no reason. Such an unnecessary crash, and not one single person was responsible. It was just kind of unnecessary. But how do these guys not learn this? Every single year they do this. Why in stage 1 where for all but 2 teams, points virtually don't matter, and they race like that? I mean, it is entertaining. It's way better than saving gas for 90 laps. I'll give you that, but I'd like to see them race clean for a while. Which, to be fair, after this, they did, so... But what a shit show was the first 30 laps. We had 3 cautions. Reddick and Gillen crashed. I was getting a bit worried for Reddick, but Bowman crashed, so he ended up clinching on points. So it really didn't matter in the grand scheme of things, but he did crash, so looked like Todd came down, Reddick came up. Shit happens. Then we had the big one, number 1, where it took out a lot of cars. Took out Bubba, Cindric, Bowman, Kyle Busch, Gregson, Zane Smith, Stenhouse, Herbst. A bunch of cars got took out. Austin Hill, I think Denny had some damage in it. So a bunch of cars were involved. Just a bunch of cars being aggressive. Larson wins stage 1. Stage 2, Hocevar blows up. Sucks because he actually missed that big one the first stage. Pretty impressive, but he blows up. Chastain wins stage 2. Stage 3, the caution for Denny Hamlin. I think he had a flat tire or something. Maybe hit the wall. PJ McLeod hit the wall, which, hey, give credit to NASCAR. They kept it green. And then Joey Logano spins. Man, he spun out on his own from the lead. He could have avoided going into the grass. Drove into the grass on purpose, cheap-ass bitch. Mr. 3-time champion got stuck doing that. Hey, I mean, with NASCAR refusing to call cautions, I guess you would do the same. But that should have been an intentional call. That should have been a penalty for intentional caution. He knew what he was doing. And then they go clean to the finish, which was actually surprising. But it was good, you know, for a third lane developed just out of nowhere. I mean, I saw them up there, but I didn't think they were going to get to the front. They just charged fast, and Custer tried to go for the win. Blaney was up there, and racist histories. But actually a good plate race for once with this next-gen car at a traditional super speedway. So that's really all I gotta say for this video. Playoffs next week. Oh boy, I'm so excited to watch the NASCAR playoffs. Another year of more NASCAR playoff bullshit. So yep, next week Darlington. And I believe, let me go over the what's happening. You might look up on my computer here. Next week it's Darlington. The Craftsman Truck Series will be there for the playoffs. Start of the playoffs at Darlington for the Truck Series at 12 p.m. The Xfinity Series will be at Portland Saturday as well at 7:30, and then the NASCAR Cup Series Sunday. So, yep, Darlington and Portland weekend. So yeah, leave a like, subscribe for more, and thanks a lot. Peace, and have a good night.